Do I have a witness here? And I really don't know what you're going through this morning. Whatever it is, there is nothing too hard for my God.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I serve a God who has already fought my battle.
Well, yes, you do, yeah. When I was born in New Orleans. Yeah. On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have never left California.
This bronze sexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no! Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Morning, and welcome to another rousing edition of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. I am one half of that duo. Cole Johnson, the other half, will join me momentarily. However, I'm joined by another half for me. You all know him very well as the co-host of the wonderful show Mentality. You also know him as the manipulator, the operator, and the owner of Real Wise Productions. You also know him as the man who is the point guy for Stuck in My Mind podcast. You also know him as one half of Poppy J and Why is El Jefe. You also know him as a Yankees fan and a Knicks fan and a Rangers fan. And now it's time to introduce him properly. And now batting, the man who also is known as the Puerto Rican, I'll be sure, number 420, Wise El Jefe. Number 420.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, brother. It is good to see you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Everybody, the baby's doing better, so
Good.
everything's good. Can't complain.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, we're seeing you repping the Yankees as you
Always. I was just cleaning something off my hat. That's all.
Okay, I'll let you go with that.
I need to get me a Puerto Rico hat. That's what I need to get.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? Well, let's just chew whip around. So, the World Baseball Classic. I did not know you was following it so hard. Now I know, of course, you have Puerto Rican roots. I know that, and of
Yes.
course, this past week they played the Dominican Republic and they eliminated them
Yes.
from WBC competition.
Yes.
I did not know you was going that hard for Puerto
Bro,
Rico.
you know what it was, man? It was these damn Dominicans acting a fool, talking about we want Puerto Rico. Well, they got Puerto Rico. And how we say it in Puerto Rico is quiere Puerto Rico, toma Puerto Rico. So that's what they gave them.
Oh God, that's pretty. Mm. Makes me I kick myself every time
But-
I hear Spanish
but-
be spoken.
But it's funny because my wife is Dominican,
Oh, okay.
and so she don't really care. She doesn't really care about any of that. But she drowns me with TikToks. So I, being the wonderful husband that I am,
I understand.
just started sending her TikToks with some funny situations involving Dominicans crying over losing to Puerto Rico.
Oh,
And
Lord.
at one point she goes, in bold in caps, I don't care.
That's what she would type.
That's what she typed back. Because I told you I was drawing her with these videos of Dominicans crying, and she didn't care. She didn't. But being the husband, like I said, being the loving husband that I am,
Mm-hmm.
it was just one of those moments where you get to really rub it into your wife, and it'd be fun wise.
Yeah, of course.
She know I did it out of just to
Mm-hmm.
bust her balls, but
Right.
it feels good to say we eliminated it. Because you even had Big Poppy talking smack. Big Poppy, true? Really? And you know what it is? Because they have a stacked lineup. They have a team of mostly major league players.
Okay.
Let's be honest. The Dominican team has a team full of major league players.
Right.
Puerto Rico has a few sprinkled. Puerto Rico, but for a majority of them, don't play in the majors.
Right.
So this for them is an opportunity for them to shine and show what they have on the big stage, because you're going out there and you're beating the Dominican Republic, who supposedly was supposed to win it all.
Because I was like, okay. I said, my boy going in super hard. Okay. I must be missing something. I mean, I know there was a competition, but
Well, because like I said, on TikTok, on Facebook, all you would see was these Dominicans talking smack, just talking about how they want Puerto Rico and what's gonna happen to Puerto Rico when they play them, and all this smack. And like I said, even Big Poppy got into it, but you didn't see a lot of Puerto Rican artists respond to that until after the fact. Like,
right.
like we just went, all right, y'all can talk all the smack y'all want. When we get to the game, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's whenever, I don't care if it's a fan base that I'm a part of or a fan base I'm not. Whenever I hear a fan base go in on, yeah, we want whatever the opponent is, I'm like, oh man, it's not going to be good. You may want them, but you may not want the results of when you get them. So
yes. Okay, so this
go ahead.
has nothing to do with sports whatsoever. Okay. It has to do on the platform that we use to do our shows, because a lot of us use StreamYard.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is the coolest feature now on StreamYard, and I am not a paid. StreamYard does not pay me, but they have a tool now on StreamYard where your guest is allowed to stream to their audience.
Yeah, I saw that.
How cool is that? Yeah. So now you're reaching a whole new audience when you have when you have NTB shows like you and I do, because you have Revelations and I have Stuck in My Mind.
Right.
But that is so awesome because now you're reaching a whole different audience.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love StreamYard. That's why I use it to stream all my shows. Everything I do, I recommend it to anybody who's going to start a show with me. They don't even have StreamYard. They don't even have to do anything. So, yeah.
Well,
So I just wanted to touch that out there. I just thought it was a cool feature.
It is. It is. I'm glad you mentioned that. I am so glad you mentioned that. Well, I definitely do all of my stuff. Heck, I even record, even when it's not anything audio, mostly on StreamYard. I definitely stream it, obviously. So yeah, I'm a huge supporter of the brand, and heck, I will even support anybody who wants to come on because if you do, your boy gets some coins. So hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Oh man, I'm all for it.
Yeah. So sorry about taking the show to different, but I thought it was a cool because I remember I just looked up and I said stream this to your audience, and it just reminded me that that's just a feature. Like they're making they're making it so much simpler for content creators to grow and build something in this digital age.
Yeah.
And this is a time right now where to get into this, and if this is to anyone out there who's on the fence about starting a podcast or starting creating digital content, if you truly want to be creative and want to be your own boss eventually, this there's money to be made in this business if you go about it the right way.
Yeah.
And we have some talented people out there that are doing some big things. Sam, you got Cool, you got Mr. McCarthy, Ryan McCarthy, love him.
Yeah.
It's just and then just the some of these dudes in the chat could be professional writers if they really wanted to with some of the some of the stuff that they come up with. I've almost forgot that we're on radio now, so right. I gotta tone it down.
Yeah. I know it's almost it almost feels as though it's this mentality rules. So here it is, two of us sharing the screen. So
maybe that's what it was. Maybe
yeah.
I just felt like we was doing mentality and that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, man. None wrong with that. And yeah, and for your early comment, look, I almost now am becoming at home with saying the following. Considering that, Brian likes to go in a certain direction with a certain player and a certain fan base, it's okay. This show always does this.
But you know what it is also? Because we talk sports. Yes, we get crazy and we get silly and off the rails. But we also sometimes, I like it, switch it up where sometimes we're informative as well, where we provide something to the audience.
Yeah. That definitely isn't a shot what you said. I mean, because I agree. It's really, really, really good and informative. No question about that. And I will never disagree with that, and I will always embrace anything StreamYard does innovative, and that is a great innovation. And I saw that early this week, and I was like, man, that'd be cool to talk over with people, and I now don't have to because you mentioned it. All right. To the Fanatic Feedback Zone we go to, and Wise mentioned a few of them. The first one being of No Credentials Required fame. One, Mr. Ryan McCarthy. He says, "Good morning, Snow Crew. We going to church today? Again today?" Well, it was because I opened a little bit with a little bit of Holy Ghost music. VLock 83 or Victor Locked or Victor Lock, or everybody likes to call it now
Victor Lock.
It says,
that's my man Victor. I love Victor. I love Victor. Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah, the dude wrote a fire hooked on Bronny's ad. He says, "Uh-oh, is Brother Guest going to go to church?" One of the One of the sports senseis is unleashed. Drew Willingham, what is up, man?
Hey, Willie, what's up?
It's good to see you, man. I hope everything's good at the new job. I hope everything's good when you stacking more paper. Uh, and of course, Vila says he thank you for joining the show, Drew, and he says the same thing in return. Victor says, "Look, good morning to Cole Sports and the mastermind of Stuck in My Mind." Before I continue, that new logo stuck in my mind is absolute fire. Oh my gosh, man.
Bro,
Ooh.
listen, I am not gonna lie. I love the tools, the tools that I'm using now. It's helping me build and just little things that you wouldn't know
Mm-hmm.
that such a big difference that they make.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Like I'm learning how. I'm basically learning how to automate. Can't even talk right now. How to use automation to just get my content out there without me really having to continuously do it daily. Or it's just simple things, simple tools. Mid Journey. I'm always telling you about. I'm using Chat GPT. I'm using Mid Journey now.
Mm-hmm.
People talking about, oh, AI is going to cost people their jobs. I actually think it's helping people create better content.
Mm.
It's people can outline a whole show
Mm-hmm.
using these tools and save time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to save time
Yeah.
and get right into what you love to do, which is create content?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all for using any tool that's out there to help you grow and develop, and I want to share it with everyone.
Yeah.
I want to be able to talk about it. So that's why Mondays I'm doing. See, so this is why I be overthinking it, and you're helping me with my Mindset Monday things and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I need to do on Mindset Mondays. The stuff that I'm doing right now, talking about it and explaining, and this is how I need to come with the mindset. But I've just put too much thought. You know me, I'm just overthinking it. And now sitting here talking to you, this is what I realize I need to do with Mindset Mondays. Exactly what I'm doing here right now.
And the funny thing is, and look, when I would start to do the solo stuff, I would overthink on the mic too. So I totally understand that, and it can paralyze you in a sense of, okay, I know I want to say this, I know I want to say this, I know I want to say this, but I know I want to be natural, and and sometimes it clashes,
Yeah,
and you can, and if you watch it back, you can see it clash, and it's like, oh man. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's on a clump of time, and with the tools that you have and the tool that you are, and I'm not saying in a negative sense, I'm saying in a
no,
positive
I know what you
sense.
mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, you're a jewel and a half. So I mean, you'll be able to spread so many gems to people. It won't be funny. And I'm looking forward to seeing where the next iteration of Stuck in My Mind goes. Of course, we're still going to get the interviews, but
Of
we'll get a
course,
little more with it. And I'd like
bro.
to see
It's
I'd like to see the
crazy.
evolution of it.
So on Podmat, like on my profiles on certain things, my info, my bio, whatever, all that, they were real vague. They didn't really have much for people to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I started using these tools, started putting the words that I wanted to be used in whatever the descriptions is,
Mm-hmm.
and it's taking off. I'm booked through June right now.
Wow. Wow. That's good to know. That is real good to know. And speaking of Podmatch and speaking of booked, uh, in the privacy of conversations, I've heard the same thing mentioned of the other co-host of Snowman in the Morning, who he's still trying to get together. Hopefully, on location, he'll enjoy himself. Well, when he comes back, it will be one Mr. Brian Snow, aka Snowman, on location. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue, man.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to see the new iteration of the show, and the fact that you still have the interview portion of it is still being a huge part of it. I think it's going to make Stuck in My Mind even broader in scope.
This past show that I did live, I had a lady on, and she was showing healthcare businesses to basically how to brand and market and all this other stuff. But the principles she was talking about apply to any business. It's just her lane was the healthcare business, but her principles apply to anyone out there who has a business or wanted to start a business or was trying to brand himself. And
Mm-hmm.
I've come again using the tools that I have now. I'm able to input information, get a feedback from it, and go off of that. All right, this is what I'm. All right, so this is what it spit out to me. I'm gonna flip it and make it my own,
Right.
and that's what it really is. It's me being able to use these tools to adapt them to me,
Mm-hmm.
and apply and put my flavor to it, and of course, they're gonna spit stuff out. You might make no sense. You just don't use it. But the stuff that
Right.
does make sense to you, take it, put it together, make it basically your own stew.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just come up with the content. Period. Without using that, that's the mentality I have. I'm like, okay, I know this doesn't fit, this doesn't fit, this doesn't fit, but this does. So let me see if I can tailor it to how I would want the show to be and how the content would fit into it. So yeah, I mean that's what I do without um without AI, but with it, yeah, that would save time.
Yeah.
It totally would save time. Before we do head on to a break, let me say hello to the rest of the Fanatic Feedback Zone. Sig Diggy, all the way in Norway. He says, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. And happy St. Patrick's Day to you. And good afternoon to you, Sick. He also says to you Wise, Orale! Almost every time I hear that, I always think of the late Eddie Guerrero. A Pizzle, what's up? He says, good morning. Good morning to you too, my man.
Good morning, my man. A Pizzle.
Victor, acting like sick. He says, Wise be sure in the house. He goes, he can tell you how he feels about you night and day. Yay, yay. He can tell you how he feels about you night and day.
And you know what? I used to love listening to Albie Shore back in the day.
I did too. Oh yeah, and believe me, when I say it to you, it's never a slight.
I know.
I'm actually bigging you up. So I just love the fact you understand and you dig it. That's why I keep saying it. Oh my gosh. Six says, oh, that's dope. Talking about the StreamYard innovation. He says, now folks can cross promote and cross share. Yeah, it is a great feature. I agree with you, Sick.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with you on that.
Because now you're reaching a whole completely different audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you're reaching an audience.
That's what I love about that.
That's a complete audience that you would not have reached before. So, Yep,
that's exactly why I love that feature. Ryan McCarthy says, Brother Wise has already Irished up his coffee and then some.
No.
I'm sorry. He meant Brother Guest. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Vic says one of his mother's favorite singers was Al B. Sure. Yeah.
No, Al B. Sure was the man.
He was the man, and I'm sure Wise could attest to what the following I'm about to say. Almost every girl that I saw in high school that listened to R&B was all about Al B. Sure.
Yep.
When I went to high school.
Yes, sir. Heck yeah. So it was cool to be able to have that wavy curly hair and
yeah.
So
totally.
I benefited from that.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we will be joined by two guests. Normally at the bottom of this hour of Friday Snowman in the Morning, we'll be joined by Sam Shady, And we'll also be joined by the other co-host of Snowman in the Morning, Brian Snow, on location. But right now, you're tuned into Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson with Why Is That Jefe? My mentality partner and teammate and brother. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Dog, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extra berth. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
And I can imagine after a divorce, you just like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be full. I'm gonna these. That's the mentality you're gonna have. That's the mentality.
It's unfortunate, but you're right.
And that's what it is. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do all you dirty. And that's not saying that's not, but that's the
it isn't right.
Especially when you go through something like that. That's the mentality you're going in with. Like, I don't give a about these. It's wrong.
And that was the mentality. Yes,
it's wrong.
It's absolutely wrong.
See, my partner can't curse, so I will do it for him. He can, but he chooses not to curse. But I choose to, so I will do it for him. Yeah, these. That was the mentality.
But you're right. Yes. You want a show that is for men, about men, and directed toward men? Well, you found it with Mentality. Mondays, you can view it on YouTube on Comey Media Incorporated at 2 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern, you can view it on YTV. You can view it at 9 p.m. Eastern on Snowman Multimedia. And now, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 Central. Every Thursday, you can see it on the BS3 network where this show is aired as well. Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. I am joined by Wise El Jefe, and I'm going to be joined by others as well. Let's see here. Okay, cool. And making an unusual Friday appearance is the man that I call the hardest working content creator I know, Daryl Solins, a.k.a. The Playmaker.
Look at my man, the Playmaker. What's going on, brother?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? And 5.
What
4,
in the
3,
Vita Blue,
2,
yellow-bellied,
1,
red-blooded
go.
hell?
Now I can finally introduce you correctly. All right, so after a good half hour of false starts and more false starts, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the founder of Snowman in the Morning, my partner, Mr. Brian Snow, a.k.a. Snowman, and I can see the smile on your face because I know you're happy that Northwestern got their win yesterday.
Hey, we're still dancing. We're still dancing until Saturday.
There you go.
Thank you.
I already know where he
that's
was going.
one.
I already
That's
know where
one.
he was going.
Hey,
so wait,
that's
you
just
said
that's
that
just
Northwestern
one.
Gonna get up in the first round.
That's just one.
Oh wow.
Hey, Playmaker, that's just one. All right. It takes 6 to win it. It takes 6 to win it all.
To be honest,
Yes, sir.
even Snowman has to admit
Yes.
that was the best game Northwestern played completely.
Yeah. Oh hell
They
yeah.
have never played like that throughout the season.
Listen. That was the best game they played since the comeback win over Purdue at home when Purdue was ranked number 1. That's the most complete basketball game. And my buddy Dave Bennett will tell you the same thing. And he's been Northwestern's voice for 30 years. That is the most complete basketball game the Northwestern Wildcats have played this year. Even the upset with Purdue, the takedown of Indiana, any other game this year of their 22 wins, that was the most complete game Northwestern has played this year. How are you all doing this morning?
I didn't expect Northwestern to play like that. I was like, I like Boise's. I like the way Boise match up with them.
But at the same time, Northwestern played a lot of small ball yesterday. Look at the game.
That would kill Boise. Them guards was just
death by
anything.
It's like Cole described accurately with teams that actually play complete games. And there's a Purdue Boilermaker fan in front of me. All I got to say is go New Northwestern. And I hope Purdue goes down, but more on that later. But all I have to say is death by 1,000 backdoor cuts. Because Boise State, that's what happened to Arizona. And I kind of figured Arizona would go down yesterday. I didn't do a bracket, but I kind of figured Arizona would go down because the second half of the year, Arizona was so inconsistent, it wasn't even funny. What got them the Pac-12 lead in the first half of the year killed them last night because they didn't go back to playing their game. They played Princeton's game, and they got sliced to pieces.
Yeah.
And the brew this morning is an iced caramel macchiato. And this is a celebratory drink for my Northwestern Wildcats. Go you Northwestern.
And here's a celebratory drink from me to you, partner, because I will type this here. Use this setup when you're on location, Brian. I'm Cole Johnson, and I approve all this.
I finally figured it took a late test yesterday to get this right and to get the levels right. So I'm using my headset mic from now on when I'm on the road. I'm not going to worry about the handheld mic because that produced most of the echoes. The handheld,
yes. Good,
because I had what made me go with this. it's a fundamental thing that I didn't think of. I had two microphones, even though one of them was closed and one was open. I had two microphones. I don't need two microphones, so I don't have another headset. I'm just going to go with a headset mic. And to echo your words, Cole, I approve all this. And by the way, Jody has a message for you, Cole.
A message for me. Okay, well, relay that message a little later.
All right.
Because we're about to be joined, as we always are, at the bottom of
Where is
hour
he?
number one on Fridays. Of course, we're going to talk all things football. Of course, the XFL is underway. And, of course, you got the NFL free agency kicking off. So with that and more, releases and players to look forward to and teams to see and watch, we welcome the man who is in charge of the Shady Sports Network, our brother Sam Shady.
Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing?
Doing
Good morning,
good,
Sam.
man.
Good morning, Sam.
Good to see you, man.
Sam, I will say this until I cannot speak anymore. The Shady Sports Network provided a lifeline for Snowman Multimedia, for Cole Sports, and for everybody, and for a way to get this out to more markets. And brother, I cannot thank you enough for the huge assist that you gave us. I cannot thank you enough, my man.
Well, I look at it as a very minor favor to a good friend, as far as I'm concerned. So you guys have been really good to me for over a year now. It's crazy to think about that, but it's been about a year now that we've been doing this every Friday. So I just felt like if I can help you guys, it's something that is beneficial for us both.
And of course, now here at Starbucks, they're rocking the old school with pick up the pieces in the background. So let's talk about some pieces. And Sam, I'm coming right to you. Javon Hargrave jumps from Philadelphia to San Francisco, and you figure, and I read this morning, and I will echo it, you figure the 49ers and the Eagles will be competing for the NFC title for the next few years. Give me your thoughts on that move and where Philadelphia goes next in terms of their pass rush.
Well, I actually thought as of a couple days ago that Philadelphia was not going to be competing for a title because Darius Slay, it sounded like, was going to get cut. I didn't think we had the money to bring back Bradbury. We were losing free agents left and right. But all of a sudden, out of the woodwork, Howie Roseman just starts throwing the money around, brings back Bradbury, signs Greedy Williams, signs Darius Slay. And so we do have a little bit of, a defense still going. Javon Hargrave is a huge loss. In fact, I think he easily, not even close, makes the 49ers the best defensive line in the league, not just the NFC.
And you know something, Sam? I hope next January, just to shut all the haters up, because there are plenty that come after you and me, I hope next January your team and my team hook up one more time. And this time we'll be completely healthy when it happens.
What is up with you in the rematches, man?
Listen, I didn't even pay him. I let him talk all the smack he want to talk right now because this is showing his team. So he want to brag about his team right now. I let him talk.
Wise.
Just let him go.
Wise.
Just let him go.
Wise.
Let him celebrate.
First of all, Wise.
Like other teams, they make improvements.
Are they? Wise. Wise. I got a question. Are those new glasses you have, or are they the original ones? And I'm just looking from too far of a distance.
I've had these for a minute now.
Okay. I'm looking at them from a distance. So forgive me. I got to get back into the eye doctor soon. Let's get back on. Let's get back on track here.
All right.
Okay.
Well, since Wise actually was saying something, Sam, talk to me about the pickup or the trade, I should say, of Darren Waller going to the Giants, and they want to give up a third draft pick.
That's huge for the New York Giants. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I think that's big. I mean, obviously, was it Bellinger, Wise, last season? Daniel Bellinger that was doing pretty solid.
Yeah.
That gives us two reliable tight ends. Daniel Bellinger. I felt when he went out, when he got poked in the eye and he went out, it really hurt.
It hurt
Jones because he was
they
were building something together.
So Wise, I have this for you. Do you see a lot more two tight end sets now with the addition of Waller and Waller being the full tight end that the Giants have basically lacked.
Because Bellinger is a great block. He's a great blocker and all that. But he also can catch the ball. He's also big and strong enough where he can go out there and he can make some good catches. And it helps the team. I'm glad we brought out. We giving my man Slayton another chance to prove that he can work on that.
Yeah,
but
obviously searching for them hands.
But listen, I'm the team to beat in the East is the Eagles. That's who we're looking after. That's who we're chasing. We made some great improvements. We improved our linebacker core with the signing from the Colts and
that's Okereke.
Yes.
If I'm right, that's Okereke who y'all signed from the Colts.
Yes. For me, that was a great pickup.
That solidifies for me. That solidifies that linebacking core, and it kind of brings back that old Giants linebacking core that they had back in the 80s with Taylor, Lawrence Taylor, Harry Carson. I'm trying to remember the others right now. Say it again. Carl Banks. There you go. Carl Banks. Does it kind of solidify? Does it kind of bring back that feeling for you, Wise? Does it kind of solidify that linebacking core?
It does, because now you got Ojulari, who's basically the edge rusher that we had at linebacker. But McCarthy also. Gary Reason's another great linebacker for the Giants.
I should have remembered Gary Reasons. I'm getting him on this program. There's a lot of people I'm reaching out to. Thank you, Ryan McCarthy. Gary Reasons, number 55. Go ahead, Wise.
There's so many pickups they're doing. It's still early. I have faith in Joe Shane. I know I'm looking forward to what they're going to do in the draft, what they're going to address, because we still need some more help at linebacker. Maybe it's because we have to build our defensive line is manned with Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams. You got she's not a rookie no more. You got Kayvon Thibodeau. And
Thibodeau's gonna be a mess.
So
Thibodeau's gonna be a mess I love what he did this past year and how much
he picked it up towards the end of the season. He was getting much more comfortable, and he picked it up towards the end of the season. So I'm looking forward to season 2 to see the steps he takes forward, because if you can. Because he looks like he can get to the quarterback easily.
Sam Shady joining us here. We're talking football on this Friday. Sam, who has been the most disappointing team in not making A, any moves, or B, the right moves for that team? Who has been, or I'll extend the list. Who has been 3 of the most disappointing teams in free agency for you so far this year?
Man, in terms of disappointing teams, I would say Jacksonville. I expected them to do a little bit more. They haven't really made a whole lot of moves yet, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then on top of that, I think Washington. Bringing in Jacoby Brissett is a decent move, but I mean, who's the starter there? Is it really Sam Howell? I mean, are we really walking into 2023 with a guy who started one game in 2022?
True.
And then
didn't we talked about this before? That's a great question, Sam. Are they going to go all in with Sam Howell, or are they going to go all in with Jacoby Brissett?
Well,
who's going to be identified as the starter?
Say, brother Brian,
right now,
he thinks it is.
As of right now, Sam Howell is the starting quarterback.
Sam Howell. Good Lord.
I'm all for them, just seeing what this young man can do for them. Is there really anything better in this? Like, is there really anything better out there? Like, look at the.
There really isn't.
I mean, they could go after Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's a jet.
Shut up.
He's a jet.
Seriously, you always gotta say something, man. Like, nobody wants Aaron Rodgers.
Well, this is Cole we're talking about. Who the hell wants Aaron Rodgers?
Nobody wants.
I hope. We all know what's gonna happen with Aaron Rodgers and where he's gonna wind up landing. But I just wish for once the NFL would collude against Aaron Rodgers and tell him, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
No, but NFL is going to be colluding against Lamar Jackson. That's what.
I'll throw this to Sam. All right, so how good of a chance do you think Lamar Jackson will receive an offer from the Washington Commanders?
Which was my original. You don't see it? Why?
No, personally, just the way they're building that roster, I don't see that a big swing at a quarterback is in their future.
So who would? Okay, there are two things remain. So if a trade would happen, who would be the team for you, Sam? And let's just go around the panel. I'll start with Sam. Who would be the team to push their chips to the middle of the table and go all in for Lamar Jackson? Who do you see doing it?
To be quite honest, I don't know that I see a team doing it. I see him staying in Baltimore. Somehow, some way, they're going to work out a contract there. My best guess prior to the Nathaniel Hackett move was the Jets. But now that with them going to get Aaron Rodgers, it doesn't really make much sense.
All right, Cole, I'll come to you next. Who goes all in, if anybody? Who goes all in for Lamar Jackson? Is there a team out there that goes all in?
I have to think of a team that feels as though they're close and they have the assets to go after him. The Chiefs don't need him. The Bengals don't need him. The Bills don't need him. The Eagles don't need him. The Giants, well, they definitely can't afford him now, but they don't need him anyway. Cowboys aren't going for him.
Right.
Just all the teams that I can think of that actually are getting close to the bite of the apple, I don't think they're going to pursue him. So I think the problem with Lamar is if it's going to be a team that's going to get him, it might be that can afford him and that actually can afford to give off two first-round draft picks. It would have to be a team, well, like the Commanders, like the Falcons, a team that unfortunately is not even close to competing. And I think he wants to compete. The best opportunity for him is where he is now.
Should the Falcons
slippery of slopes?
Should the Falcons not make a move for Lamar Jackson?
The Titans
do they go?
I could tell that right now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do they go all in with Desmond Ridder since Marcus Mariota's gone? And
they just signed Tyler Heineke.
So do they go all in with Heineke?
They did.
Falcons signed Tyler Heineke and Mariota signed with Philly.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Boy.
You like that sign? You like that signing, Sam?
Yes, I do. I think that we needed a more mobile backup to run our offense, and I think Marcus Mariota is highly underrated. I actually wanted him in the draft when we had Chip Kelly. Obviously, he's an Oregon guy.
Sam, do the Falcons go all in with Desmond Ridder or Taylor Heineke?
I believe they go Ridder. I think they signed Heineke to be a backup. You know, they have confidence that he comes in, he can start games and win. But I don't think that at any point going forward, Taylor Heineke is going to be a starter anymore.
I got to read this. Courtesy of Victor, proceeds from Hooked on Bronix go to the City Building Fund and 40% success rate. Get the Maybe It's Me discount for your first year of Hooked on Bronix. Call 1-800. Oh, God. Finish it, Cole, please.
Okay.
Victor, I hate you and I love you at the same time for that.
This is what Wise was talking about earlier.
What?
The stuff that they come up with in the chat.
Oh, they're just getting started.
Yeah.
They're just getting started. We got a few minutes.
I was just getting the chat their props. So I was just saying there's people in the chat that they can be professional writers. They can write advertisements for people.
Yeah.
And to think Victor came up with that, one on the fly.
Yeah.
Victor came up with that one on the fly. Listen, I'm going to make a plea to anyone who is familiar with StreamYard and making overlays. Cole, do me a favor. Can you put a comment up for me, please? I'm looking to make some overlays that how do I describe this? That shift when a comment is put up like this. It doesn't stay put.
Wait a minute, let me see.
You see, take a look at
I'll put it
because I understand what you mean by overlays.
Yeah, I'll put it back.
Yeah, but I want a responsive overlay. That's the trick I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I'll put it back
up. I'm just seeing something right now.
Okay. I'm looking for someone that y'all see what I'm talking about? When you put a comment up, and I can make an adjustment. I can make an adjustment in the back where it doesn't move, where the layout doesn't move. I can do that, but I want to find something responsive that when we do put a comment up, because I don't want anybody that's on camera to get, cut off by the comment, if that makes sense. And I really want to put something together while I'm out here on the road. Sam Shady joining us to talk all things football. And one more note before we go to the top of the hour. Sam, the Houston Roughnecks finally tasted a loss in the XFL. And when you know it, at the hands of the Seattle Dragons. What?
Well, I think it all comes back to Ben DiNucci. I mean, Ben DiNucci's been ripping up this league. I think he's over 1,200 yards. Sorry, I think he's over 1,300 yards passing at this point. And we're only in week 5. So he's on pace to throw for like 2,600 yards. Which would be like 600 yards over anybody we saw in the USFL last season. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he does going forward. A couple weeks ago, I was calling benching, but now he has won 3 games straight, including a game against the Houston Roughnecks, which you said were undefeated. So it just shows the gap in talent from the North Division to the South Division, because Houston's the best team in the South, and the third best team in the North just beat them.
Damn. Just damn. And one more note, Sam, 40,000 at the TWA Dome for St. Louis's home opener.
St. Louis is showing
this past weekend. If there's a team that has all the support, it's St. Louis. The fan support. Talk about that real quick.
Oh, I 100% agree. I think that in terms of spring football, that home field advantage doesn't get much better. I mean, you had 38,000 fans in your first home opener. So, I mean, if you give it a couple more weeks, more promotion, more exciting games, it's only going to get better and better. People are talking about the TV ratings starting to slump. I think that's less of a problem for the XFL than it is for the USFL. If the USFL had the same situation happening, it'd be more of a problem because they don't have the attendance levels the XFL does.
Right.
So you talk about how in San Antonio, we had 24,000 fans in their home opener. For St. Louis, we had 38,000 fans. That's a significant chunk of change coming into that league off of more than just television revenue. So the television ratings don't even include the streaming numbers as well. So that's a point that a lot of people have been missing. But I personally think that both of these leagues have a path to surviving. And I'm personally very excited to see the growth of the XFL very quickly. And I think it's only going to get better going forward.
Well, that's Sam Shady joining us to talk all things football, from the NFL to the XFL, and the USFL is coming, and so is the CFL. And I have a very special project with the CFL, and I got some connections that I'm going to bring on with me. It'll be aired on the Shady Sports Network as well as Snowman Multimedia. Sam, I love you, brother. We love you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the opportunity for me to collab with some friends of yours to put the CFL program on. Really appreciate it.
Oh man, I'm so excited to have it. We didn't really do much CFL coverage last year, so it's going to be awesome to have as a part of our lineup. But definitely wanted to shout out real quick. We have an interview dropping right after this show at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern, with Case Cookus, the quarterback of the Philadelphia Stars. He spent some time with the Rams this offseason as well. So he's back with the Philadelphia Stars. He came on the channel for about an hour-long interview, and there's some interesting things to hear in there, including whether or not he considered the XFL.
Man, I want Case Cookus on my program too. We'll have to hook up and see how we can get some of these interviews done. Thank you, Sam, so much. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'll catch you next week.
All right. Thank you, Sam. It's Friday, and it's hour 2, and with me still adjusting my mic, it starts now.
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh man, it's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God, this game. Oh, way to go, Sammy.
Hour 2, was El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now.
You know who's going to join us at the bottom of the second hour.
What in the all types of blue hell? See?
The man that voiced that, Chris Bass. As we enter the Boom Shakalaka, that is what we're going to have at the bottom of the second hour. But at the top of this hour,
you better stick around. You better stick around, playmaker, because if you need to laugh off about 20 pounds, stick around for Chris Bass. But we got someone else coming, don't we?
That's right. But at the top of this hour, it is the man who was in charge of the BSC network. As I said, he is the owner, the manipulator, the operator of said show, of said network. Also, he is 1/4 of the forecast, 1/2 of Ari and Daddy's show, and he's 1/5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know how many of NACBs. Welcome, my brother Ben Sutter the third.
Good morning, fellas. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you, Ben.
And no Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins this offseason. Thank God for that.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Are we going there?
So the big news that came out, it is going to be no more Ezekiel Elliott for the Cowboys.
I'm gonna go get some more. I'm gonna go get some more coffee while Ben goes completely to town about that.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you feel about it as a football move? 1, 2. How do you feel about it as a Cowboys fan? And 3, do you see somebody being in tandem with Tony Pollard in the 2023 season?
Yeah. So, your first question, it was a good football move. It had to happen. You're not going to pay Zeke the remaining amount of his contract because he has not lived up to the contract, and it's a perfect football move. You don't waste money and then you expect to win. So it needed to happen. Number 2, Zeke had a good couple of years. He won some rushing titles. That's Dak's buddy. Which that's all cool and everything.
Right.
But it was time. And it was actually 2 years past time because he has not done anything over the past 2 years. He's been below average. And it needed to happen. So I don't feel any ill will. I'm not sad.
If I see Zeke on the street, I'm definitely gonna dap him up. Everything's all good there. But yeah, it was time, and I don't see any team rushing to sign him either. And I think that's another sign that tells you that it was time to make this move. Now with Tony Pollard, I'm excited about Tony Pollard. They gave him the franchise tag. I think that was the right move because I don't know if you want to pay a running back a long-term contract, i.e. Zeke is a prime example. So I think they did a good job. I think the smart thing to do now would be to draft a running back that could then take Tony Pollard's place because I'm not in love with signing running backs to second contracts. And we've seen it year after year after year how they fall off a cliff. Todd Gurley's another prime example. He's not even in the league anymore.
And how funny you mentioned that. And, of course, Ezekiel Elliott was the product of a second RB contract. So, yeah, and a casualty of it.
Okay, Cole, you asked the national question. Let me ask the real question.
Okay, playmaker.
Because they happen to grab another cornerback and
yes, I know Stephon.
And Cowboys Nation's feeling good because they have another corner to go alongside of Trayvon Diggs. And
I was getting to that.
Stephon Gilmore. So, Mr. Sutter, will Stephon Gilmore revert back to his Patriot ways? Or is he what he was at the Colts?
That's a good question. I hope he is when he was at the Patriots. I hope he's at the star quality that he should be at, especially when they won that Super Bowl. But time will tell. He's 32 years old, and over 30 cornerbacks historically aren't that great, over a long period of time. But I'm down for it. I think we definitely needed somebody on the other side of Diggs. And also, we're going to be negotiating Diggs' contract. So maybe this is something he may be excited about that may encourage him to stay. But I like the move. I think you still got to draft a corner, though. You can't depend on 32-year-olds to shut down that side. So I think you still need to draft a corner high. You still need to draft a running back high in the draft because you're going to need that. And Deron Bland, who was a rookie last year, actually led the team in picks, and so he's going to be in the mix this season. So I think the secondary got to upgrade, especially from if anybody watch any Cowboys games, Anthony Brown. We definitely got to upgrade from Anthony Brown, Mr. I got burnt, Mr. I never turn around. Yeah.
I think and I believe teams are starting to actually see that, and I think the reason why we didn't get a chance to see as many balls thrown in Diggs' direction is because of that. So, for that reason, it is
when you on national television, Thanksgiving, by the way, and the Las Vegas Raiders pick you apart. Everybody's going to do it.
Oh, as they should.
Yeah, don't bring up bad memories, playmaker.
hey, we 1 for 1 because you brought up Todd Gurley.
All right, so from the current Cowboys to a former one, what is the Metroplex perception of this ongoing Marriott saga with Michael Irvin?
Yeah, so a lot of the people in the Metroplex are saying that he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything that was illegal. We actually had the great Donovan Lewis. He's on 1310, The Ticket here in Dallas. He was on Queen 3 and King this week, and he said he didn't see, anything that he did. If you look at the tape, I mean, they were talking, and obviously we don't know what words they were saying because you didn't hear audio, but she stood there and talked to him for at least 2 minutes. So if there was anything inappropriate that was said, I would think that she would have ran away or got somebody. So the Metroplex loves Michael Irvin. He even had a radio show here in Dallas. So, yeah, the feeling is he didn't do anything wrong enough to be in this situation. But they also do think of his past, and he's been in multiple different situations. But the majority of people are saying that they didn't see anything he did wrong.
Man, how long ago was that when he did what he did?
What are you talking about? The White House era?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we're talking mid '90s. Yeah.
Ever since he retired, you never heard nothing. You have never heard nothing Michael Irvin doing inappropriately.
Well, he had a radio show here in Dallas,
right.
And something happened. I don't remember what exactly, but they ended up firing him from ESPN for the radio show he had.
Exactly.
I think it was something inappropriate. I don't know what it was exactly, but that was at least 10 years ago. So yeah, nothing happened over the past couple of years.
Got a piece of breaking news that just came across my desk, my mobile desk. Mike Gesicki is going to sign with the New England Patriots.
Who? I did see that.
Good answer, Cole. Good answer.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
I know that was a dig at Rob West. So I didn't even catch the name.
Wait. Well, keep digging. Doggone it.
Oh Lord.
I mean, Mac Jones reminds me. Okay, Ben, you're gonna hate me for this joke, but you're gonna love me at the same time. Mac Jones reminds me of Kirk 2 Chainz' cousins anyway. So.
2 Chainz. Lord, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look. All Ben had to say was, if I see Kirk 2 Chainz' cousins, then it's stuck.
Oh, Lord.
And it's stuck.
I mean, that's what he did on the play. What do you want him to say?
All right. Yeah.
Does it fit? Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to the Queen 3 King. Wonderful interview with Donovan Lewis.
Yes.
Actually,
yes, indeed.
Actually, since we're talking about one of my favorite shows on the network, let's go to the one previous. So, what are your thoughts on the Dallas Morning News writer Calvin Watkins?
Oh man, wow. So first off, shout out to Dog. He actually sent him all the necessary information. Said you're gonna be on video, and he comes on video with the phone in his hand, smoking a cigar. Hey, smoking a cigar is fine.
Right.
But if you're going to be on a video interview, act like you're on The Fan. Act like you're on ESPN Radio or whatever. Actually pay respect to us and show up with a presentable background. So yeah, it was a little rocky there early on. He started to warm up. But shout out to the Queens on Queen 3 and King. They roasted him on and after. And if anybody was in the BS3 message group, you've seen all of the fire and all of the bullets that were going towards Calvin Watkins. But hey, anytime you're doing a live show, I show people this all the time. What can go wrong will go wrong. Your guest may not show up. You may not have good audio. The person may be in a car. You never know. So I think they handled it well. And I'm going to encourage them to get Calvin Watkins on again, because I think he'll remember us, but also he'll come with a better presentation. And you know how Doc is. He'll joke around with him and make it more. It'll be even more of a great conversation. But yeah, I think that was one of the put some respect on my name type of shows on the network.
Yeah, and I will definitely say this on air. Kudos to all 4 of them, actually. Ivan directed it beautifully. And Alicia, Mika, and Nicole literally earned the label queens because they acted royally in that interview. They could have literally gone completely off on air, but with class, they still did. So, yeah, they have my undying respect just for that interview alone. And how they were treated, especially with the fact that you have a guy who is on camera but is not lighted.
Yeah,
and it goes to the joke that you said. It's like, well, wait a minute, is he walking down the dark alley? I'm like, here you are, Negro. You are pitch black. You are a shadow figure. What do you want to be? Like the silhouette of Alfred Hitchcock Presents? I'm like, I did not get that.
Yeah, I didn't get it, but moments like that happen. How do you respond? And I think they responded well.
Oh yeah, yes. I said it. I said it in the private chat, and I'll say it now. Excuse me while I stand up and applaud. Yes, all four of them did a beautiful job. It just made me respect them even more.
I love the phrase that you used, Cole, and it's so true when we're doing this, especially when you're live. What can go wrong will go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows I've been there. I got a question for Ben. It goes like this: where are your basketball and football state championships held there in Texas? I have a reason for the question. I'm guessing Austin, but I want to be sure.
I know basketball's Austin. Basketball's Austin, and most times the football is Dallas. Am I correct, Ben?
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
So
anything football is definitely at Cowboy Stadium, AT&T Stadium.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's in Houston, but most times it's in Dallas.
So and basketball is Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Yeah, I think basketball kind of moves around depending on what team makes it. I believe they had it here in Dallas this past year.
Okay. I'm getting some thoughts and some things together. Because what I want to do is put together a broadcast package that covers state championships all around the country. No one does that. And I want my company to be the first to do it, and teaming up with BS3 to do it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
well,
I do too.
Little piece of news that I got this morning. Greg Gumbel, beginning next year, will step down from his NFL duties. He'll continue with the NCAAs, but congratulations to Greg Gumbel on a fantastic run.
Yeah.
And if memory serves me correctly, y'all know I'm old, I think he was the first black announcer television-wise to cover 2 Super Bowls, 35 and 38. One in Tampa and one in Houston.
Yeah, I think you're correct, sir. I think you are.
The first black radio announcer to cover multiple Super Bowls. Y'all know this name, Dave Sims.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Well, I'll go with what my partner was saying, Ben. Speaking of what can go wrong, will go wrong, the Dallas Mavericks. The heck is wrong with them?
I'll answer that question. Can I answer that question, Professor Cole? Can I answer that question?
Please.
Kyrie Irving. That's what.
I should have known the fact that I'm here that Cole would find a way to slip NBA in here.
Listen, since Kyrie Irving signed with the Dallas Mavericks, he has put them in a ditch, which could rhyme with another word, but I'm not going to go there.
To Cole's defense, he always when Ben's here, he always asks NBA, NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Those are questions he always asks. He always asks about the Mavericks. He asks about the Cowboys.
Yeah. And if we were in the Bears season, I'd ask about the Rangers. Yeah.
Are the Rangers actually going to do anything? Since we're not allowed to talk baseball because we're black men, I'm going to go there anyway and bend the hell out of the rules. Are the Rangers going to do anything this year?
Yeah.
Stop that.
I hope so.
Wait. What'd you say, Playmaker? Will I stop what? No, because I'm throwing the reason why I do that is to throw somebody under the doggone semi that I'm rolling at 100 miles an hour.
All the time.
That person has no control.
My thing is, why do we keep promoting that dude? Like
that's my point.
Forget that dude. Like we where I'm coming from is We better than them. We know we better than them. We don't need like this. I understand.
You have a point. You have a point, Wise.
Understand you got a beef. I got that. But we give
The
this
beef. Hey, you know what? As of this morning, you know what? As of this morning, the beef is over. I'm not gonna throw this. I'm not gonna throw him under the semi.
Playmaker, thank you, because I've been wanting to say something to Brian about it, but thank you.
Matter of fact, Cole and Wise, they open up talking about World Baseball competition.
About what?
They're talking about Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic going at it in baseball.
And Edwin and how Edwin Diaz screwed the Mets.
Yes. Now back to
I wasn't around for that. But Kyrie Irving is the reason the Dallas Mavericks. I was about to say Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Mavericks are in a dip.
Yes. Now, Ben, why is the point guard massive duo false starting to the point where you have to celebrate overtime victories over the Spurs?
Yeah. So I think there's a couple of things here. Number one, Jason Kidd, I don't think the reunion is going the way we thought it was. I think there's a lot of in-game situations that have not worked out. And honestly, I think there's quiet quitting. I think they're quiet tanking right now because they know they're not going to win. They know they're not going to win a championship. They're not going to come out of the West. The West got deeper, and they're right at the bottom of the standings. So yeah, I think I'll say this: Kyrie has actually been a breath of fresh air. They're telling him not to play though. I don't think he's choosing not to play. I think they've just decided to mail it in because I don't know what injury he all of a sudden just had an injury. But the bright point I would say is Hardy, the rookie, whenever he's been getting time, he's averaged 24 points in the game that he started. So that's a positive note. But yeah, this team's not going anywhere this year. I do hope Kyrie stays because I think that tandem could actually make some noise next year.
Can I respond to Ben real quick?
After playback, go ahead, sir.
Ben, if you need me to do a flagrant foul on Dallas Mavericks, all you gotta do is ask.
Okay, well, please do a flagrant foul. It's been asked. Yes, yes or no, man?
Can I join you on that, playmaker? Please, can I join you on that?
Sound like Cole want to join me too.
So open the invite, and we'll all do it.
Look,
we'll all do it.
I would love to continue this conversation. Unfortunately, our guest has to go. So remind everybody where they can find you and the wonderful things you have coming up, Ben.
Definitely. So BS3 Network, all avenues of social media, BS3TVLive.com for Roku. If you have a Roku TV or device, do me a favor today and add BS3 TV. It's free. Give us a 5-star rating so we can continue to get in front of more eyes. But coming up today, we got Cole Sports with his latest episode. And we got Poppy J and Wise coming up at the new time, 8. And Snowman in the morning, Monday through Friday in the morning. So thank you guys for your support. And I'll be listening in on the rest of this Mavs conversation.
Oh, Lord. I know you are. As he always joins us every Friday, the owner, manipulator, the operator of the BS3 Network, Ben Southern III, my brother. Love you, man. And continue success, man, in all you do, bro.
Love you, Ben. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Again, that's Ben Southern III. He joins us every Friday at the top of our number 2. And before we get to entering the Boom Shakalaka,
there's an ad you need to read.
I know it's an ad I need to read. In fact, I'll read it. I'll read the ad now. This portion of Snowman in the Morning is brought to you by Micah Parsons Internet Bleach. When you need a mistake on social media scrubbed, trust in Micah Parsons Internet Bleach.
You know you gotta make a video out of that now.
Oh Lord, yeah.
You're a creative genius with video. needs to visualize that one.
Yes, yes.
I hope Michael Parsons learned his lesson.
He won't, and he has.
Who are we talking about here?
Yeah. We're overdue for a break, so we'll step aside for the cause, and when we come back, we'll be gearing up to Into the Boom Shakalaka, and we have another guest as well. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, Wise, and Playmaker joining us as well. We'll be right back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus, smarter than energy.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extra berth. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Man Talk Monday. Woo!
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. Because we take this job so serious.
Man, I went home that day and talked to my wife, Vicky. And Vicky was like, what's wrong with you? You pissed off? Yeah, I got this partner I'm working with back in the radio station. The Negro be lying. What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, it's Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
If you like that 30-second bit, extrapolate that to 30 minutes. That's what we're about to have. As Into the Boom Shakalaka will commence when our guest comes. That is Chris Bass.
Hell, forget 30 minutes. Extrapolate that to 40 minutes.
Yes.
Because who are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's true. You're right. And
this is Chris. This is Chris Bass we're talking about. And since we started late this morning, we can actually extrapolate it to 35 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll edit the daylights out of this. Thank you to the folks in Atlanta at WQEE 99.1 FM for being so patient with the programming we're giving them, and to Ryan O'Neill, the man in charge at the station, for picking us up. For picking us up, and there's a couple of other stations I'm looking at that's going to really enhance what we do. And let me shout out. What's that, Playmaker?
Go ahead. I was when you get down, I want to make a request.
Well, okay. Well
and your request is?
Well, no. Hold on. You can continue onward, sir, and you can make your request in a moment, Playmaker. But I want to bring on our next guest. No, it's not Chris Bass.
Oh, I know who it is.
But it is the man who is part of he is the main man of the Eagles Elite podcast.
Mr. Cool.
My man, Cool McCain. Eagles and Nuggets fan extraordinaire.
Cool breeze.
Oh, I just want a piece of news that's slid across my table. The Denver Nuggets have clinched the playoff spots. Let's go.
Yeah, the second team. In
Can you turn your back? Can you turn your background into McNichols Arena? I got the cord for you if you need it.
Send it to me, sir.
You got it.
But I do like this one.
Yes, the Nuggets. The Nuggets.
The hell with that. Bring back the. I'll send you both the old school logo and arena logos for McNichols Arena.
Okay.
Oh, you got the logo?
I just like this.
Cool. Okay, Playmaker.
The old one's better. No, I'm just
kidding. Playmaker, your request.
I need y'all to grab a clip for me. Find whatever which one you think's the best one, but I need a clip of Stone Cold giving somebody a stunt.
Okay.
Got it.
A clip of Stone Cold.
Got it.
Because when I come on Monday and possibly Tuesday, every upset that takes place in the tournament, men's and women's, I want the clip of somebody getting stunner played.
Okay.
And I already know.
Nope.
I already got the clip, and I already got the one I want you to use. Matter of fact, let's make that Playmaker's intro.
And I'm gonna need my intro.
You ain't got an intro.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Not yet. You don't.
Is it time? Because I see Cole.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay. It is time for me to push
the button.
Here we go.
Don't soil this program by putting crap on it. Joe Buck, I cannot take him. I just no dice. I'm glad Carlos Boozer finally took the kiwi off his face. It should be on your shoes, not your face. It's kiwi shoe polish, for God's sake. LeBron should come clean about his age. I wish baby Jesus that I had alcohol in this container, because I need some after watching Screaming A. Smith.
Baby Jesus? Really?
6 pounds, 7 ounces. Go tell 5 of your friends and 8 of your enemies that Chris Bass will be in the air.
And the reformer of hookah whores, the transporter to Hades, and the bronze god. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the legendary Chris Bass.
As always, thank you, Dead Cornelius. Thank you so much for the introduction. Good morning to the crew, and a hearty boom shakalaka to the crew. It's like the Black Brady Bunch all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know, I feel part of. I don't know who the hell I am. I could be Alice at this point right now. I mean, good night. All these nice shining faces. Of course, good morning to Rayman, to the Mad Scientist, to Wise All, to Cool Breeze. Now, forgive me not knowing the brother on the right there to my immediate right. You got your mic, but I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasted witness protection program.
That is perfectly what it is.
I said this is.
Yes. Leave it to the legendary Chris Bass to give me another perfect moniker for Playmaker.
I don't need no more
who is in
monikers.
the broadcast witness protection program. I like
apparently, because everybody coming for me, so.
Are you hiding from whores?
Got to.
Okay, I was just checking because usually people show their faces and everything else. I mean, if you're a part of the broadcasting witness protection program, I understand.
Hey man, I gotta duck and dodge these. Okay. They're trying to spring a trap on me. I can't let them.
I understand. Now your name is Playmaker. Is that what you go by?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, see, my microphone is he's the hardest working content creator that I know. So
cool,
now that's my moniker, but yours I like to the guy who is under the broadcast witness protection program.
Oh, we're running with that one. I don't care. We're running with that one.
Use
we
that
have
one
to
for
run
the
with that one.
Use that
we
one
have
for the intro.
We have to run with Cole. You know the rule. We have to run with that one now.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh man.
All right.
Hey,
So what is
Bass,
on your
real quick? I just want to tell you, I saw Carlos Boozer at the Duke game.
Oh no.
and he's still using the Kiwi on his face, my brother. I thought he
No,
was
no.
That's the damnest of shame.
No, I did not want you to say that, Cole. I want you to say that he actually has laid off of the Kiwi.
No, the Kiwi was on hard, bro.
It's
The
worse.
Kiwi was on hard.
It's worse. It's worse. It's worse.
I saw him in the UNC Duke game. I was like, where did the Kiwi come from? I thought we was past that. They said we was done.
It's no longer on his head, though, right? It's no longer on his head.
Well, I mean, there's no hair on his head now.
So
yes, it is.
It's on his face.
But it was on his face like heavy. You know what I'm saying?
And the rest of them.
That poor bastard. You got to let it go. Like, stay off the Kiwi.
Stay on the Kiwi, man.
Just
stay off the Kiwi.
Oh boy, now we gotta stay off the Kiwi now.
Oh my God. I thought he was doing better, man. It
Hey,
look,
Bay said it. We just echoed it. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good Lord.
I feel sorry for people like that, man. It's like let yourself grow gracefully. It's a blessing to get older. It comes with a price. Aches and pains and aches that get off my lawn, you kids, and all that type of crap. But you've made it, and you continue to make it. But for the love of night, God damn it, don't have a fit when you get in the Kiwi chair.
The Kiwi chair. Like his head is shoes being buffed. Really? Oh
yeah. Get a twofer.
He said,
"Get a twofer." Oh yeah. Now you can get your head buffed along with your shoes. Yeah, Lord.
Oh my God.
Goodness gracious.
You know that's finna turn to commercial, right?
We're just getting all kinds of commercial gems now that the evil genius Cole Johnson is going to visualize. If he can visualize Hooked on Bronick, he can visualize whatever.
I'll say that for next week because as soon as I saw that, I didn't know.
The Playmakers Blog Network is sponsored by Hooker Whores Anonymous.
Associated with the Hooker Whores Witness Protection Program.
I wanted to get to that. I wanted to get to that because Zick was on one. He was on one. Along with it too, he introduced Chris Bass this way. He says, "Chris Bass is proudly brought to you by Southside Slapbox Academy. Let the scrapping be slapping. In association with Camel Clutch Wrestling Academy. Either we make you champions or we make you humble."
Zick, I hate you for that, knowing that I'm on the road to WrestleMania.
Oh Lord! And then
no! Here you go.
This Into the Boom Shakalaka is brought to you by the Return to Hades rideshare. If you have escaped from Hades, Return to Hades will bring you home. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Yeah, I got too much time on your hands, man. I love y'all, but damn.
I like how Bass just say right. Yeah, that's how you say it. Yeah.
They be doing it on a fly though. That's what gets me.
Wise, I warned you. Wise, I warned you. They're just getting started.
Yeah, Victor. Oh my God, Victor. Vicola.
There you go, the Vicola.
Oh Lord, Vicola.
Oh man. Well, also
that's
happy
your fault, Cole.
Thank you, Sam.
Also, happy St. Patrick's Day. People, gonna celebrate and get
St.
drunk.
Day,
happy St. Patrick's Day. Go on, drink responsibly.
And I got my green hat on. Attention me.
Yeah, get drunk.
He didn't say drunk. He said drunk.
Yeah, get drunk. Because that's what you're gonna do. So you might as well go on and say it the way you're gonna say it when you get sloppy drunk. You can't pronounce your R's. So just going to get out the way. Hey man, I want to get drunk, and then go on and do your thing. But drink responsibly.
Now it's called on. A Pizzle repeated it. Oh boy.
You might. Pretty much he's saying everybody's gonna turn to him.
Hey, you know what happens when you get too drunk?
You know what?
What happens
when you get
too drunk? Cool.
Everybody's trash.
So when everybody gets too drunk, everybody is trash. Lord, why?
See,
ooh,
oh boy.
I don't know if Basis has experienced trash yet.
Oh, he has?
No, I don't think he has.
I don't think he has.
Okay, well,
Hit it.
All right, here we go.
Trays, 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 trays. Trays, 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 tray, trays, 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 trays.
You can sure hold those notes, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
Good goddamn night. I mean, that's that's like Bill Withers type stuff.
Yeah,
a lovely day, and you say day, and you go out and have a smoke, and he's here the whole day.
Yeah,
Still, I mean,
that's 15 seconds. Yeah,
right. I mean, that's like, man, you're like old school Bill Withers type stuff, man. Holding notes for like 5 minutes.
Thank you. Sir.
Ooh,
I
wee.
appreciate that.
Can you show Base the Hooked on Bronix ad? Because I think you gotta show him that one. And
Okay.
cool, you gotta see this too.
All right. And thank you, Victor, for the ad. But here is the visual of it.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPN. Now approve all this.
When I can get
This is why the look on Base's face says it all, ladies and gentlemen.
But that's the look Base always has on his face.
This is why I skip Wednesdays.
When I can get Chris to do this, I know I've done my job.
This is why I skip Wednesdays, because I know he came up with something crazy.
I'll ask again, and I know Cole answered it, but I'll ask it. Where did you find LaFraud with that hat?
Well, I remember that he wore in the time that the last time he did load management. I remember that he dressed up and was on the sideline. And this is the question I actually asked. I said, when did he wear that outfit that reminded me of Marvin Gaye when he was in the studio recording Let's Get It On? And of course, it happened to be the last time the Lakers went to San Francisco, and of course that was the same game where you had the young girl fangirling over LeBron. So I was like, okay. So yeah, it was that game.
You had that look when she was fangirling.
December or January.
Complete with the sunglasses indoors. Yes.
Did he have that look when she was fangirling over him?
No, he was.
Is that where you caught it?
Game. No, he
literally walked out, sat down, and she just looked at him and lost her mind.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he was trying to focus on the game, and he was like he was interested in the game. But I'm sure he was ear hustling because Lisa Salters interviewed the girl right next to him.
And he just acting like he ain't paying no attention whatsoever.
He ain't paying no attention, acting as though he's not paying any attention.
But we know he was.
But later on in that game, later in that game, he autographed something, and they had a photo out. So yeah. So that's where I found it. That's where I remember the picture, and I found that picture, and I knew that was the perfect one for it.
Base, your thoughts on that picture? I gotta hear it.
Well, this is why Cole needs a lab jacket. And because of what I've seen and heard of his work, I'm gonna talk to Cole off mic and get his size. I'm gonna send him a white lab jacket because he definitely deserves it. Because the man is, like I said before, mad scientist. What more can I say?
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's high praise from you. Thank you, man.
He call you a mad scientist. You know, I call you an evil genius.
Oh, they both fit.
Same thing.
They both fit. Why? I just said it. Same thing.
Well, Cole has that. He reminds me of those old school scientists, like back in the day when you watch horror movies. And you have like Dr. Frankenstein in the lab, and he has the coat on, and he's like, "It's alive! It's alive!" That type of thing. So that's Cole. Cole has that it's a live thing vibe going.
Yeah, he got that vibe. I agree.
Yeah, I'll admit when it comes to certain creations, like I can do something, I can see it, and it's like, it's not right. It needs to have something else.
And
you also got that evil look when Snowman can look and say, "Oh Lord, he's thinking of something right now."
Oh yeah, when he's quiet on the show, and
wow, y'all,
he's doing something.
You know what? Wednesday, when I was out here in Columbus, I was flying through the show, and then all of a sudden my screen went dark, and here comes that Hooked on Bronix ad. I fell out of my chair, and Cole just has this evil smile on his face. And then he couples it with thoughts, concerns,
questions, suggestions.
You raggedy blank. You knew exactly what the blank you were doing.
Because I knew you were going absolute ham about. Oh, I'll mention his name.
And you timed it perfectly.
And so I was like, okay, when's the perfect time to unveil that?
And just when I was saying,
a couple minutes.
Yeah, and just when I was saying he doesn't deserve a Hall of Fame induction, but they're going to push him to be, that's when Cole hit me with that. And I lost my focus. As soon as I had it, I lost it. Right there. All right.
I do have a question I got to ask Mr. Bass, since he is
here. It comes.
Since he lives in Chicago. So, and I know this is not a sports question, but I don't care.
Go for it.
Your thoughts on Lori Lightfoot, or Uncle Lori, or Uncle Foot, as you have called her, him, or whatever, no longer being the mayor of Chicago.
You can't tell me there's no God. God is good all the time.
And all the time, God is good.
All the time.
Thank you. That's right. Preach, brother. Don't be ashamed to call his name.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to pass the hat around a little bit, so get ready to preach.
Oh, Lord.
Go for it, man.
You got the
Hey, the floor is Bass. The floor is yours.
No, the thing about it is, when you have someone like that in power, when you're mayor, you can't go, it's my way or the highway. That's not how it works. You have to ingratiate yourself with the person across from you and be a leader by example, not by fear or intimidation. And that's what she has done. And it could be the inferiority complex, Napoleonic complex, whatever you want to call it, that could be it. But it's not my fault that you're 5 foot nothing. You know, it's nobody's fault. You guys just got to deal with it. And her own people didn't come out and support her in this race. Being backed by the LGBTQ plus community, they didn't even come out. So you pissed off your own people, your own base. Now, see, that goes to show you about what kind of person she is. Because I thought she would get into the race because of the backers you had 4 years ago. But when you are a person within yourself and you're really getting to the point where other people around you are not feeling you, and you're not trying to go to different people to see what they want, and you're putting your, I don't know, size 5 down, shoe size wise, and saying this is going to be how it's going to be. That's not how this works. You have to talk to people and negotiate. So just the fact that she's gone. Remember the Wiz? Remember at the end where they were coming out of their suits and "Can You Feel a Brand New Day"?
Yes. Shout out Luke Evangelists for writing the song. Yes.
Exactly. I mean, even Nipsey Russell, he couldn't sing for crap, but he talked his way through it.
Yes, he did.
You know. I mean, I felt like Nipsey Russell, you know, the Tin Man in the Wiz when she didn't get reelected. I can't sing a lick, but I can talk it.
Same.
Free at last, free my ass. Anything you want to say, it was a glorious time.
Oh my gosh.
For that to have happened, I'm telling you, it was beautiful.
Well, it may not have been. It may not have been her fault that she's 5 feet tall, but it definitely is her fault that she latched onto a 6-foot wife. All right. Let me see.
Hey man, you love
and latch being the operative word. Have y'all seen? Have y'all seen this person?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I have.
You don't want to, Playmaker.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Playmaker. You don't want to see this hideous beast.
I don't want to see nothing. I got better things to deal with.
You can't see period behind that damn microphone. How can you see anything?
Playmaker, you have now been ingratiated by Chris Pace on a Friday. Congratulations.
I don't want to see anything.
Oh, Kawhi heard that joke and said,
I mean, Playmaker, I just met you, but good night, brother. I'm going to start calling you Blind Mellow Jelly. You can't see anything. What?
And it gets better and better and better.
"Oh, that must be he likes you, man."
No, he's a good brother and everything, but you're blind, baby. You're blind to the fact.
Oh Lord, now he's not going from Flavor Flav and she watched Channel 0. Oh my God.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
If I didn't respect you before, Chris, I respect you even more now. Oh,
same here.
No, it's just look. Like
I said before,
it's just look. I wouldn't say these things if I don't care about you. I mean, Playmaker, we just got on the scene. I care about you, but goddamn it, man, you should audition. You should audition for the Blind Boys of Alabama. You don't need no damn sunglasses. Take that microphone with you, put it right in front of you, and audition.
The blind.
He said the blind boy.
Wow,
but he doesn't need to put on sunglasses. Just put the mic stand in front of his face.
That's right.
Playmaker, are you going to Orlando today for the tournament? Where are you at today?
No,
at home.
I'm home.
Yeah,
I'll be heading out to the beach.
He's in Duval. Yeah.
Ah.
I wish I was in Orlando.
Because I actually was going to say that, I actually was going to ask you that Tuesday. I was like, did you think about making your way to Orlando, or would you decide to stay home? But that's that now.
I'm covering the West region for very personal reasons. Go you Northwestern. And I mentioned this earlier in the week, and I want to get Chris's thoughts about it. No one says anything about Northwestern until now that they have not one but two legacy coaches on that campus. The first one being Pat Fitzgerald, and the other now being Chris Collins, who directed the Wildcats to their second ever tournament victory.
Northwestern. Now, I have a connection to Northwestern. My late aunt, God rest her soul, went to Northwestern at 16 years old.
Wow.
And as a freshman. And she became a great teacher because my mom is the middle child in her family. And so my mom set a trajectory for my uncle and aunt, because her being the middle child, she became a teacher. Then my uncle became a teacher. Then my aunt became a teacher. And then my aunt, I'm referring to, my Auntie Lane, with Northwestern. In fact, she helped start the Coalition of Black Students organization at Northwestern. So my connection to her is always proud. But on a sports level, it's just not a sexy school. It's a school for brainiacs. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking brainiacs, but it's just not sexy enough to get the respect. You're absolutely right, with two legacy coaches and Pat Fitzgerald and Chris Collins, absolutely correct. But if they were somewhere else, say USC or another school that has that sex appeal to it,
or Duke for Chris Collins,
exactly right, Duke, exactly. So those type of schools get to shine. Northwestern should get to shine, but it's just not sexy enough.
Okay, Sick Diggy's at it again.
I agree.
The Playmakers blog, and you're right. You're right. Northwestern's never going to get the full shine that they deserve. even though Chris Collins has now directed them to two tournament victories, the only two in their career.
And double, especially when it comes to athletics in that area. The biggest dogs are Notre Dame, Michigan, and Ohio State. So
now, if they win tomorrow, they will get notoriety.
They'll get some, but
they're not going to get all. They're not going to get all of it. Even though should they win tomorrow, they'll head to the Sweet 16. And who can put Northwestern and Sweet 16 in the same sentence?
Right.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Shoot, go.
ORU, you had one job.
You really job. You really
want
that job.
Oral Roberts to task cool.
Really?
Yes, he is.
Oral Roberts.
Your main player choked.
Oral Roberts
player choked.
We going with Oral Roberts. That's what we doing.
We're going to Oral Roberts.
And I have one comment as well. Thank you, Furman Paladins.
Although an ex, a good friend of mine and an ex coworker of mine is disappointed because she's a Virginia alum.
Oh well.
They should be mad as us because they lost in a way they shouldn't even lose.
But then again,
exactly.
They're the first one that lost to a 16. So,
but then again, yesterday was the 5-year anniversary of when that team became the first number 1 seed to lose to number 16. So I guess they wanted to celebrate it in proper fashion.
Was it Maryland? Was it Maryland Eastern? Was it Maryland Eastern Shore that took them down, or no? Maryland Baltimore County. Maryland Baltimore County.
Maryland Baltimore County. Yeah.
Maryland Baltimore County took them down.
See, 5 years ago, the second half they just got the A handed to them. Okay, that's why they just got theirs. Yesterday, you literally had to do was run the clock out. And you turned the ball over for whatever stupid reason.
And you're surprised why?
Chris.
Coach Bennett don't do stuff like that.
Base has a thought. Go ahead, Base.
Yes, I put the church finger up. I had to go back to what Cool Breeze was saying earlier. You know, you said Oral Roberts had one job, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Do not put your faith if your college first name is Oral.
Oral. It fits what I'm about to do now.
I ain't got nothing to do with off the rails. I remember the man preaching. The man's name was Oral Roberts. Oral.
Yes, sir.
Roberts. On evangelistic television.
Yes, sir.
How could you couple Oral with the last name Roberts?
I used to watch it with my mom on TDN.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, Oral Roberts.
Then have a female co-host next to it. Don't get me started on my visual on that one.
Look, Oral Roberts haunted my late nights for many, 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 many years. Haunted my late nights.
Yes. Yeah. That was.
I mean, God love him.
That's appropriate.
Mr. Snow.
What'd you say? What'd you say to me yesterday, Cole, about Southern Televangelist when we were talking about Bruce Pritchard and how he played that character?
He played it.
Oral Roberts, right there.
And Oral Roberts was another. Although you wouldn't consider him Southern, he sort of grew up learning the tricks of the trade of those types of Southern Baptist preachers.
From ages 7 through 14, if I ever was up late, Oral Roberts haunted my late nights.
Never trust a school with a first
haunted.
name of Oral.
No.
Never.
And that's it.
Never.
Look.
Never.
Never.
Lord.
That's our lesson. That's our lesson for today. That's Base's lesson for the day, folks. And we got to come up with these each and every Friday, which I know Cole could have visualized. You got another one?
One more thing before I check out. First of all, it's always a pleasure to be here. But one of my favorite programs comes back for season 2 on Stars called Power Book 2 Ghost. And for those of you who follow Ghost before on Stars, continuation with his son, if you know the story, starring Michael Rainey Jr., who was a very talented young actor, of a good cast, a Method Man, and Mary J. Blige. And it's an interesting storyline. Last year, when about a couple of seasons ago, when, and not getting any spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, nothing serious, but His character, meaning Michael Rainey Jr.'s character, kills his father, Ghost, and then became the sequel, the continuation story after that. And he's in college, and he's, moving drugs around and everything else. He was so convincing to people online that they gave him death threats. It's not real. It's a television program. Now, if you think it's real, you're probably too damn invested into it. Turn the channel, take your remote, click off, and just detox yourself.
Do I need to mention Scandal?
Like I said, I don't know what. No offense to you, can love a program, you can watch it, must see TV, DVR, and everything else. But when you get to the point of you shouldn't have killed your father, we're coming after you. It's acting.
Character, yeah, it's a character.
Exactly. So people like that, as you know, and I told you before many times, gotta go back to hell, man. Gotta go back home. Gotta go back. It's just I gotta put on the Blade shaft jacket and coat, that I have ensemble and everything else, and then get my tools to send these people right back to hell. You can't be doing stuff like that. So if I get wind of anybody like that, going back home.
Call them back home.
Hey, Base, book 4 of Power, which is Force, is out in Chicago.
Oh yeah, I like the actor. I follow that too. I know some people work in the movie industry. They got a chance to work for that series, for that series. Good stuff. I mean, they do a good job, no matter you like it or not, of the storylines coming from the whole thing with Ghost and Power and original Power, and they're able to branch off in these various series. So, yeah, the one with Tommy in it, pretty good.
Yeah, buddy.
Tommy's that dude.
Go ahead, cool.
Yeah, and Tommy, the actor, he's from Chicago originally.
Yeah.
Yep. So good stuff.
We've been off the rails yet again, thanks to Chris Base. Base, we love you so much.
I will not take credit for that.
Well, we're handing it to you anyway because you always
I
have.
won't take it.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
School with the first name of Oral.
That line right there sent us off the rail. In all seriousness, Base, we love you very, very much. Thank you for another wonderful appearance. And y'all have been inside the Boom Shakalaka with the legendary Chris Base. And thank you for being a part of the show every Friday, my friend. We love you very much.
It's
Thank
more
you.
than my honor to be with my brothers. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you, Playmaker. Blind Mellow Jelly, thank you so much. And I'll talk to you guys.
That's your new
week.
name.
Have
You
a
know
good
that,
weekend.
right?
Thank you. Thank you, Base. Thank you.
Hey, I made it. Okay.
Another one.
Yeah. You had a
Snowman in the
nickname
Morning
bestowed
with Cole
upon you.
Johnson,
Thank you,
brought to
Base.
by Penis Water for the ebbs and flows of life. Trust Penis 15 Water. Don't soil this program by putting crap on it. Joe Buck, I cannot take him. I just no dice. I'm glad Carlos Boozer finally took the key.
Take 2.
Don't soil this program by putting crap on it. Joe Buck, I cannot take him. I just no dice. I'm glad Carlos Boozer finally took the kiwi off his face. It should be on your shoes, not your face. It's kiwi shoe polish, for God's sake. LeBron should come clean about his age. I wish baby Jesus that I had alcohol in this container because I need some after watching Screaming Nate Smith.
Baby Jesus? Really?
6 pounds, 7 ounces. Go tell 5 of your friends and 8 of your enemies that Chris Base will be in the air.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let me see if I can actually read the ad that I saw. Sick type. Here we go.
Read it. Read it.
The Playmakers Blog Network is now sponsored by Blind Melon Jelly. Now available in limp lemon lime and paralyzing passion fruit.
Limp lemon lime.
And now the new Dwunk Dewberry and wasted watermelon.
Dwunk. Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. Always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, then you end up like Lori Lightfoot and they're just not big enough.
Showing.
Dream big. Oh, God. My face hurts now.
Oral, one job.
You know, she's about to leave, so I can take it. I'll let it go.
I'm fine. I can't see. Look, I can't see from the distance.
She's on the way out. She's on the way out.
She's gone. She is long. She is long gone.
Cole, you can't use that no more.
Yes, you can. If you want to scare the, if you want to scare the, if you want to scare the hell out of somebody.
I disappointed A Pizzle, but yeah, A Pizzle, she's irrelevant now. She's no longer the mayor of Chicago. She's not.
Can we say that about Can we say that about Kyrie Irving? I'll leave it at that. We're out of here. See you Monday. God bless you, everybody.
Appreciate you, Playmaker.
Lord have mercy.
For getting Snowman to stop the foolishness he been saying.
Or Robert.
Thank you. Thank you, Playmaker. And thank you, Juan.
Yes, Playmaker. Yes, good job, Playmaker. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Never
Playmaker.
trust a school with the first name of Oral.